What's up guys, Houndish here with this week's vendor reset breakdown for Destiny from the 1st of August up until August the 8th. We're going to take a look at the best weapon rolls as well as any very well rolled armor that you can pick up this week. Oi DPJ, I'm chasing you my mate. Anyway, I should probably actually do the reset. So at the Crucible Quartermaster we have the hero formula. This time it comes with MD Reflex, we've got Focus Lens, FLA5 and OEG scopes. In the first column we've got Zen Moment or Take a Knee, and then Braced Frame, Armor Piercing Rounds, and finally Hidden Hand. So for PvP in particular, Hidden Hand, Braced Frame for a ton of stability, either Zen Moment or Take a Knee, both of them fairly decent perks. This thing is going to have a ton of target acquisition and stability. The mandatory Palindrome for the week, we've got True Sight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS, we have Triple Tap or Spray and Play. Rifle Barrel, it's here, it's present, it's in the house. We've got high caliber rounds and reactive reload. So reactive reload, rifled, always good. You've got the option of triple tap or spray and play. No sure shot. So either way, it's a pretty good roll. Not quite the god roll, but something to play around with. And if you haven't picked up one of the max range Palis yet, then you're in luck this week. Each new day should be fun for fusion rifle fans in the Crucible. So MD Reflex, Red Dot, ORA2 and OEG scopes, knee pads or life support right there. We've got Braced Frame, Accelerated Coils, and finally Hot Swap. So Hot Swap does grant, a bit of bonus accuracy if you swap weapons. Braced Frame, you've got plenty of stability right there, never gonna have a problem with that. You've also got Accelerated Coils if that's your preference. I really like knee pads on fusion rifles, I find it to be a really fun perk. But you also have life support, kills with the weapon while critically wounded, have a chance to start health regeneration, which is actually an interesting one, and it has its moments, especially with things like fusion rifles, because you're gonna take a bit of damage sometimes while you charge this thing up. We have a full auto curtain call for the week, so we've got Smart Drift Control, Accurized and Aggressive Ballistics, Replenish or knee pads right there, both of them pretty good in the Crucible these days. It'll refill your special ammo, that's always nice when you use your super, or you've got knee pads, another very good bonus. We've got Reinforced Barrel, so you are missing a bit of stability there, which is only really a problem because you have full auto, but nonetheless, you're gonna get full auto, near enough max range, replenish or knee pads. Good options for the Crucible. Parthian Shot is interesting this week, not the god roll, but we've got MD Reflex, Sure Shot and OEG scopes. We have Rodeo or Feeding Frenzy. We've got Small Bore or Rifle Barrel, and then Glass Half Full. So I like this because Small Bore with Glass Half Full, you're going to hit that Glass Half Full sooner, and then you can use things like Feeding Frenzy to bump your reload up. You've also got Rodeo, which is going to help a little bit with the recoil, and you also have the option of max range. So not necessarily the god roll, but lots of very, kind of viable options there. Angel's Advocate this week could be pretty mean, so we have Red Dot ORA, Ranged Lens RLS3 and Rifle Scope, we've got Outlaw or Mulligan, then we have Small Bore or Armor Piercing Rounds, and finally Reactive Reload. I would personally be going Reactive with Small Bore and then Outlaw right there, quick reloads. Then you get the bonus damage. Small Bore, it's going to drop the mag, but you get good stability and range. And of course you've got Outlaw to get those reloads in, so it's a pretty good scout. We got another decent fusion rifle right here. So we have MD Reflex, Red Dot ORA2 and OEG, Battle Runner or Icarus right there. In the middle, Braced Frame or Enhanced Battery, and then we have Rangefinder. So Rangefinder giving you that all-important range. You do have Braced Frame for a ton of stability. Battle Runner is a pretty fun perk for any kind of special weapon. You get a kill, you can get out of there super quick, especially if you've taken damage. Also, Icarus, pretty underrated fusion rifle perk. You can do some really fun stuff, kind of leaping around, charging this thing in the air. And then, of course, Rangefinder. It's all around a pretty good fusion rifle. TEACUP Tempest this week is actually pretty interesting. So we've got True Sight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS, Relentless Tracker or Crowd Control, Fitted Stock, Lightweight and Rangefinder. So Rangefinder is going to help you that range a little bit. Fitted Stock gives you a tiny bit more stability. Then you've got Crowd Control. These have been my personal preference, and it'd be a decent little sidearm. OCCAM'S Razor is pretty fun potentially for PvE in particular. Linear Compensator, Accurized and Soft Ballistics, Close and or Personal or Army of One. And then we have Small Bore, Quick Draw and Full Auto. So if you want to just pump rounds into things in PvE, with Small Bore right there, it's going to be a pretty decent option. Plus your Close and or Personal gives you bonus melee damage. Running around just destroying mobs with this will be pretty fun. The WAIL this week is pretty good. So we have True Sight, Fast Draw and Quick Draw IS. We've got Explosive Rounds or Quick Draw, and then we have Small Bore, Hot Swap, and finally Rangefinder. So Rangefinder is always good. You can go with Small Bore for a bit more range and stability. You will lose one out of the magazine, which is a shame right there, but it's going to really help with that range. You also have Hot Swap, so you can go with that if it's your preference. And then Explosive Rounds doesn't have, you know, range drop off essentially, so it's really going to help you with a pretty decent ranged hand cannon right there. The WALTZ actually is pretty nice this week, apart from the sights aren't the best. Oh, we do have Sure Shot, so I would go, we've got Red Dot ORA, Sure Shot, and OEG Rifle Scope. Sure Shot's always good. We've got High Caliber Rounds, always good. Hip Fire, definitely just go High Cal. We've got Perfect Balance, which you definitely want because this is Secret Round, which is no good. So Perfect Balance, good. Stability, and then Head Seeker. Overall, this is one of the better rolls of the WALTZ. The Wormwood is pretty good if you're still sidearming people. So Steady Hand IS, Sure Shot, and Quick Draw. We've got High Caliber Rounds or Quick Draw, and then we have Hand Loaded or Zen Moment, and finally Hidden Hand. I would personally be going with Hidden Hand, Hand Loaded, and probably Quick Draw. I find that to be really useful on sidearms if you're responding to people, but also High Cal is a little bit underrated, I think, on sidearms. It, you know, causes quite a lot of flinch, so pretty good sidearm right there. We have a godly warpath right here, so we've got Confined Launch, Soft Launch, and Hard Launch. We have Field Scout or Quick Draw, we've got Heavy Payload or Tripod, and then we have Cluster Bombs. These things do quite a lot of damage in PvE. Axis is one that people started using these rockets for, and it's, you know, it's pretty decent. They do good damage. You can use them for other things as well, but Cluster Bombs with Tripod, Field Scout, you know, you're gonna have fun with this in PvE. Keystone from Dead Orbit is also pretty nice. Red Dot ORA, Ranged Lens RLS3, and Reflex. We've got Explosive Rounds or Lightweight, Small Bore or Outlaw, and then we have Hidden Hand. So Hidden Hand, again, always good. Explosive Rounds, if that's your thing, always nice. And then you have Small Bore, which is going to help you with stability and range. Not something you need a ton of, so you could probably go with Outlaw, and you've got a pretty nice scout rifle. Another decent fusion rifle in Worlds to Come right here. So we have Rangefinder, we've got Small Bore or Knee Pads, we've got Accelerated Coils or Lightweight, MD Reflex, Red Dot ORA, and OEG. So kind of similar to some of the other stuff. Rangefinder's good, Small Bore is good, Knee Pads is good. Accelerated Coils, if that's your kind of thing. Otherwise, Lightweight isn't going to hurt. You know, it's a decent fusion rifle. New Monarchy isn't the best this week, but Assembly is interesting. We've got Reflex, Quick Draw, and OEG Rifle Scope, Flared Magwell, or Lightweight. We have Small Bore, or Crowd Control, and then Persistence. So Persistence is definitely going to help with this thing. Small Bore will help a little bit with stability, but it's not going to be that noticeable. You also have Crowd Control, and then Flared Magwell would probably be the better option right there. It isn't a fantastic roll, but it's something worth taking a look at if you're into these max rate of fire auto rifles. Free Will might be a fun little hand cannon, so Steady Hand, Fast Draw, and Quick Draw IS, Explosive Rounds or Lightweight, Small Bore or Triple Tap, and Hidden Hand. So good target acquisition. Small Bore is going to help with stability and range a little bit, or you can opt for Triple Tap. You've got Explosive Rounds, you know, it's not kind of the best roll for anything in particular, but it might be fun to play around with. That about sums up the best weapons this week, guys. Not the most fantastic from New Monarchy, but actually some pretty good stuff all around. So now we're going to jump in and take a look at the best armor rolls that you can pick up this week. So the Titan Vanguard has a 98% roll of Discipline Strength on the Tower Watch shell. We've got a 100% Tower Watch shell from the Hunter Vanguard right there with Intellect Discipline. The Eon Tracer plate for the Titan from FWC is 98% with Intellect Discipline. There is 98% on the Endling Gauntlets with Intellect Discipline right there for the Titan. And then for the Warlock, we have Intellect Discipline 100% on the Endling Steps. Tyra's artifacts are pretty lackluster. We do have Memory of Silumar with Intellect Discipline at 109%, and then 87% Memory of Scori with just Intellect right there, and Memory of Yolda with Discipline Strength at 95%. The Speaker has the year 1993 Titan mark with Intellect Discipline at 98%, And otherwise, it's actually a pretty lackluster week. There are a few really good pieces there. Otherwise, it's a pretty disappointing week as far as the stat rolls go. For now though, that about sums up this video, guys. DPJ is still in the tower with me. I hope you have enjoyed it though. Let me know if you're going to pick anything up this week. I will be back later on today for the Iron Banner with the full inventory and all of that stuff. But if you have enjoyed the video, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny content. But for now, have an awesome day.